welcome to my channel. Today I'm back with 3 more Valentine's Day DIYs. I know that Valentine's Day is just about a week away, but I still really wanted to show you guys all 3 of these projects. I'm so happy with how they turned out, and again, they are budget friendly and really easy to do. If you guys want to see how I created all 3 projects, then please keep watching. For DIY number 1, I'll be making a heart sign. For this project, the materials I used were this Bless Your Heart sign from Dollar Tree, the Tumbling Tower game from Dollar Tree, Waverly chalk paint and plaster, folk art chalk paint in Imperial, paintbrushes, jute, scissors, my hot glue gun, a drill, a wooden heart ornament from Dollar Tree, and alphabet stickers from Hobby Lobby. For this project, I'm going to be using the back side of this Bless Your Heart sign from Dollar Tree, and I started by painting the entire inside of the sign with my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster, and I did have to do 2 coats of this paint. And then for all of the outside edges of my sign, I'm painting that with my folk art chalk paint in the color Imperial, and I did 2 coats of that as well, and you still kind of see the white popping through, but I didn't mind that so much because I did end up going through once my paint was dry and dry brushing over that red color just to give it a more distressed and rustic look. Next, I'm painting this wooden heart ornament from Dollar Tree with my Imperial colored chalk paint, and I did use the back side because I didn't want to use the words Happy Valentine's Day that were on the front side of it. I only did 1 coat of this paint, and then once that paint was dry, I dry brushed it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster, once again, just like I did with the outside of my sign. Now I'm attaching some jute around the edges of my heart using some hot glue. I'm putting the hot glue right around the edge of the heart and then pressing the jute over top of the glue. I did go around and do 3 different rows of the jute, and then once I had it all attached around my heart, I just cut off the ends and glued the end piece down. Next, I'm measuring my sign, and it ended up being 6 inches long, and I just needed to mark off right in the center, which was at the 3-inch mark. And then I'm taking my drill and drilling a hole right at that 3-inch mark on the top of my sign. After I have my hole drilled in the top of my sign, I'm then taking a piece of jute and stringing it through the pre-drilled hole in my heart ornament. I'm then taking those 2 pieces of jute and stringing those through the hole that I just made with my drill, tying it off at the very top with a knot, and then cutting off the extra long ends of jute. I wanted to add a little something extra in the center of my heart, so here I'm taking one of the Tumbling Tower game blocks from Dollar Tree, and I'm painting that with my plaster color chalk paint, and I only had to do 1 coat of this paint. Once that was dry, I'm then taking this heart stencil from Dollar Tree and stenciling on one of the small hearts right in the center of the Tumbling Tower block, and I'm using my chalk paint color Imperial. And you can pick up this stencil at Dollar Tree, or you can just draw on a heart if you don't have the stencil. I'm just not very good at drawing hearts. And then I'm taking these Hobby Lobby alphabet stickers, and I'm using the letters I and U on each side of the heart so that it says I love you. Once my letters are on, I hot glued this game block right in the center of my heart, and my camera was not recording when I did that, so I didn't get that part on film. Here is my heart sign all finished. I really love how this one came together, and it was so inexpensive and easy to do. Moving right on into DIY number 2, which are standing heart blocks. For this project, I used 3 wooden hearts on dowels from Hobby Lobby, Tumbling Tower game blocks from Dollar Tree, Waverly chalk paint and plaster, folk art chalk paint and castle, paintbrushes, burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree, pink satin ribbon from Dollar Tree, cotton lace ribbon from Hobby Lobby, striped ribbon from Walmart, pearl stems from Hobby Lobby, my hot glue gun, a drill, and some scissors. I'm starting by painting all 3 of my wooden hearts with my plaster colored chalk paint, and I made sure that I painted around all of the sides and then the back side of the heart as well, and I only had to do 1 coat of the paint. Once that was completely dried, I'm then dry brushing this castle colored chalk paint along all of the dowels of my hearts, and I did want some of that natural color of the dowels to pop through, so that's why I'm just dry brushing it on. And I did already pre-cut my dowels down a little bit too. I did 2 of them at 4 inches in length and then 1 of them at 5 inches in length. Next, I'm painting 27 of these tumbling tower game blocks from Dollar Tree with my castle colored chalk paint. I'm painting around all sides of these blocks, and I'm just doing a really light coat of the paint, so it took no time for the paint to dry, but I did need 27 of them because I'm going to be using 9 blocks for each of my heart stands. Now I'm cutting this striped ribbon down to size so that I can wrap it around the front of my heart nicely, and then I'm just gluing the ends of that ribbon right along the back side of my heart using some hot glue. Then I'm cutting this pink ribbon down to size so that I can wrap it around the front of the striped ribbon along the front of the heart, and then hot gluing the ends of the pink ribbon along the back side of my heart. Next, I'm using my scissors to cut some of these pearls off of their stems, and then I'm hot gluing them right in the center of my pink ribbon. I'm just placing the hot glue right on the back side of the pearl and then just pressing that down onto the ribbon, and I am doing 4 of these pearls across. And I did both of the hearts that are on the 4-inch dowels like this. Now for my heart that's on the 5-inch dowel, I'm cutting this burlap ribbon down, and then I'm cutting the ends of the ribbon off because I want it to be a little bit thinner than what it already is. And then I'm just cutting that down so that it can fit on the front of my heart because I'm not going to be wrapping it around the heart. I just want the ends to lay really flat. And then placing some hot glue along the back side of the ribbon and then attaching that to the very front center of my heart. Once I have that all attached, I'm then cutting down a piece of this lace ribbon down to size and then hot gluing that along the back side so that it's wrapped around the front of my heart and right in the center of my burlap ribbon. Now going back to my tumbling tower game blocks that I already have painted, I'm hot gluing them together in 3s. I'm just placing the hot glue along the side of the block and then pressing them together until the glue dries. And I'm continuing this step until I have all of my 27 blocks glued together in sets of 3. These blocks are going to be the stands for my hearts, and I am doing 9 blocks per stand, so that's why we're doing so many. Once I have them all glued together in sections of 3, I'm then gluing 3 of the 3 section pieces together on top of each other, and then I'm just switching up the pattern as I glue them together. I'm continuing to glue all 3 sections together until I have all 3 of my stands completely put together. Now that I have all 3 of my stands made, I'm then drilling a hole right in the center of all 3 of my stands, and this is gonna help me be able to put my dowels right inside that hole. I'm then placing some hot glue right inside the hole that I just made with my drill, and then placing my dowel right inside of that hole, and I'm holding it in place until the glue has completely dried. I want to make sure that my dowel doesn't move around at all, and I did that for all 3 of my hearts. Here are my standing heart blocks all complete. I had so much fun creating these, and again, I just love how they turned out. And now for the third and final DIY for today, hinge framed hearts. For this one, I used 2 2x3-inch frames from Dollar Tree, folk art chalk paint in Castle, folk art acrylic paint in Rose Pink, paintbrushes, my hot glue gun, scissors, craft paper from Hobby Lobby, hinges from Hobby Lobby, and 2 wooden heart stickers from Dollar Tree. I'm starting out by taking both of my 2x3 frames apart that I picked up from Dollar Tree. Once I have them taken apart, I'm then painting them both in my Castle colored chalk paint, and I did have to do 3 coats of the paint just to get that black color completely covered. I'm using a glass piece from one of the frames as a guide to help me trace out the shape onto my craft paper, and I'm tracing it out twice for both of my frames. Once I have everything all drawn out, I'm then using my scissors to cut the shapes out of my craft paper. And then the wooden hearts from Dollar Tree, I'm just peeling off the stickers that came on them and then rubbing any of that sticky residue off so that I have a nice clean surface to paint on. Once I have all that sticky stuff off, I'm painting both of my hearts with my Imperial Color chalk paint, and I only did one coat of paint over top of the hearts. Now I'm taking one of the hinges from Hobby Lobby and placing it along the back side of one of my frames. I'm taking the screw that it came with and I'm making a little hole in the frame, and then I'm continuing to screw it into the hole. Now it is a little tricky when you first start out, but it's really helpful if you make the hole first and then screw it in. Once I have the one side screwed on, I'm taking the other frame and just making sure that everything's leveled up before I continue screwing the other screws in on the other side. And then I just continued that same step until I had both hinges screwed onto the backs of my frames. And you do want to make sure that when you're doing the hinges that you're putting them on the correct way, because I did it the wrong way my first try. Now that my hinges are on, I'm placing the glass back in the frame and then that craft paper on top of the glass that I cut out, and then placing the backing of the frame over top of that, and then just enclosing everything together. I'm then taking the wooden hearts that I painted from Dollar Tree, placing some hot glue on the back side of them, and then just hot gluing those down right on the front of the glass in the center. And I did that for both sides. Here are my hinge framed hearts all finished. This project was so inexpensive to do. I picked up those hinges from Hobby Lobby and they were less than $2. And again, I'm just so happy with how this one turned out. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would share it with your friends. If you're not subscribed, I hope that you consider subscribing, and be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And I would love to hear in the comments down below which Valentine's Day DIY was your favorite from today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching.